Hey guys, it's been a while since I made a video. Um, Currently just sitting in an empty parking lot at like midnight, half past midnight, doing a bit of night driving because, I don't know, I kind of like just going on the roads when there's nobody around. And it's like so dead right now. There's like no one here, no one around because it's been raining pretty heavily. I don't know what I'm doing with my hair. I guess I'm growing it out again. I did that when I was like 20, 21. And it looked terrible because I was massively obese. And I guess I am now too. Got the neck beard going because I haven't shaved. I look like shit. I don't know, man. I just feel like everything is so fucked now. Like, it seems like every other day there's a new thing. You just realize that everything's fucked and everything's like predatory, I guess, or trying to like trap you and like exploit you, I guess. I don't know. Um but it's like there's no life that's just all good, man. Um there's just so much bullshit these days. Um like mass censorship online now with all this like child protection bullshit now, so they can take your identity, so there's no anonymity online anymore, or there won't be soon. And they're doing that in my country. I'm pretty sure they're doing that in the UK. They're doing that various places. Hear those sirens? I don't know if you can hear that, but there's sirens going off. I think it was just I saw some ambulances before. I don't know, like, I don't know, man. It's like, and it's been happening like since I was in high school, even. Like everything just keeps getting worse. Do you notice that? It's like every single thing. Everything's more expensive now. It's still getting more expensive. People can't afford to eat and have a roof over their head because of the fucking boomers and BlackRock buying every fucking property there is. Immigration has fucked us, like, and like every Western country, every country in the free world is just rampant with mass migration now, and you're just supposed to accept it as normal. But they say these are skilled immigrants, but really they come here, they do fucking DoorDash or Uber. Like, why do we need these people? We don't. Not just the ones who are criminals. Like, obviously they shouldn't be here, but everybody else too. I remember Australia when I was young, I guess I'm not that old, but I'm getting there, and it fucking sucks. But when I was like a kid, this country used to have like an identity, and these days it's just slop. It's just gray goo. You go into any major city in this fucking country, and it's just Indians and Asians everywhere who can barely fucking speak English. And it's like, what the fuck are these people here for, man? Like, what the fuck has happened to this country? Another thing is, like, you can't talk about it. You can't talk about anything, or you're a neo-Nazi, or you're, whatever. And you can say it's like the Jews, or you can say whatever, but or Israel or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't really matter. The fact of the matter is, it's happening, you know, and we're really losing the culture here. And it's happening in the UK, in the US, I guess, too. The US is a bit different because it's a bit more spread out, so they kind of have like they have more frontiers, I guess, to fight against the hyper liberal, like, oh, we're all the same and we're all equal cultures and shit. Whereas here, it's just like there's a few cities and there's some small towns and there's not a huge population. But we import like hundreds of thousands of people who don't even speak the same language as us. That's fucking stupid. That is stupid. It's not about empathy. It's not about anything. Like, there's over 200, or what is it, like 198 or something countries. There's a lot of fucking countries out there, right? Why the fuck do we need to import people from a country, India? Let's take India as an example. Over 1 billion people in India. Over a fucking billion. Okay? They outnumber us like by that fucking much. Australia is not a big country. It's, we talk a big game and stuff, but we're relatively young, I guess. 200, is it 200 years now? And we don't have the fucking resources to deal with this shit. And personally, I just don't want to go into my capital city and fucking struggle just to find a person who looks like me or speaks like me. Like, that's no way to live. That's not. But apparently, guys, we're multicultural countries apparently now. And that's the bullshit they've been spinning. Listen, I'm not against immigration as a whole, but there's a fucking limit to how much we can take with this shit. And it's just got to end. Like, it's got to end, and it's got to end now. And the fucking nepotism, especially with Indians, they always hire other Indians, man. You see these like tech companies, these startups, and these like cybersecurity kind of firms. As soon as Indians get into the upper echelons of the company, they only hire other Indians or South Asians. It always happens. And just recently in the US, in California, this fucking retard, this fucking cunt, made an illegal U-turn in an 18-wheeler and killed a family. Killed them. Because he's a fucking incompetent cunt. And he shouldn't have been there. He was literally an illegal immigrant, and they gave him a fucking truck driving license. A full certified driving license for an 18-wheeler. Are you fucking insane? Have you fucking seen India with their fucking traffic, and they're all fucking bumping into each other. They have no rules, and they just fucking do whatever the fuck they want. And you think we can just let people where that's the norm come into our countries, which are rigorous, we have rules in place, especially on the road, to protect us. And oh look, they kill people. And they don't even care. You saw the footage of that guy, these guys in the truck. They literally didn't give a shit. They didn't even flinch. They were just dead-eyed. They didn't care. They killed like 3 people. So, and that's what we're doing. That's more of these kinds of people from these shithole fucking third world countries. And apparently they all have to come here. They all have to come to countries with white majorities. Where we're not allowed to call them white countries anymore because that's racist, right? But, you can call China Asian or Chinese, But white countries, no. Oh, the UK is actually made up of a diverse range of peoples, Bullshit, man. It was white people. White people started that country. White people started Australia. White people colonized the US, and built it into what it is today. All of those countries. And we're just supposed to sit here while our culture is literally raped. In Britain, they have these Pakistani gangs going around raping young teenage girls, and they get away with it. There was a recent thing. This guy, this like African migrant, he just walked into somebody's home. I think I can't remember all the details. And they didn't even fucking prosecute him. They didn't fucking do anything. The police... Oh, pardon me. The police in Britain are like... In London especially, the Met police are just fucking... Like... They're useless, man. They're not... They're doing what they're told, basically. They're just following orders, We've heard that one before. And you hear these fucking stories coming out of Britain, and it's like, Jesus, this is like some fucking sick, like, it's like something you'd see in some tragic, apocalyptic fucking storybook or something. It's so fucked. Like 1984 level shit. And I know everyone brings up 1984, but I mean, it's applicable to pretty much everything. But I'm just so fucking dumbfounded how they let this happen. How do, at some point there has to be like an uprising against this shit, because it just keeps getting worse for white people, especially. Probably also like, law-abiding kind of well-to-do like Asians and people like that too. It's probably shit for them as well. I'm not saying it's only white people, but the majority are white people because these are white majority countries. But yeah, they didn't arrest this young African migrant. He literally looked like he was about to kill someone. He was just dead-eyed and just like, he looked crazy, man. He had he had murder in his eyes. And I know that's like being judgy or whatever, but it's true. Like, he looked unstable, at least. And then they fucking publicized the names of the family of the home he broke into. Like, what the fuck? It's like literally a concerted effort by the media, the government, and I guess corporations to fuck your life up completely. And you can say it's, oh well, the usual suspects or whatever, but the point is, I don't want to get fucking blacklisted on YouTube, so I'm trying to be careful. The point is, like, this shit didn't happen 20 years ago, or if it did, it was like, I mean, I know the grooming gang shit has been going on for decades, but it was on a much smaller scale, I think. But this other shit was not prevalent 20 years ago. And 20 years ago in my country, it was mostly white. You would see mostly white people. I remember as a kid, there were white people everywhere, and then a few minorities here and there. You can't, you might say it's racist, but you can't just fundamentally change the demographic of a country in like one generation or two generations and expect that country to survive, for one thing, and to survive and remain the same, remain the country that with the same principles that was founded upon, the same constitution and the same, everything, the same culture. And then people say, oh, white people have no culture. That's fucking bullshit, man. You're just jealous. It's just envy. It's racially motivated envy. Because white civilizations, historically and in the modern era, have survived, a long fucking time. But they always come toppling down because there's always some people who just meddle and subvert and try and bring things down. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling a lot about race, I guess. But fucking hell. There really needs to be like some fluency test in English before you can live permanently in a country, and certainly before you can become a citizen. Like, it's insane. Like people come here and they bring their parents or grandparents who literally cannot speak a single word of English. We have communities now in Sydney that are just entirely like this. They make up signs in a different language now because they can literally not read English. And when they're voting, at the ballot box, they put up like posters and shit in like Arabic or Chinese and shit. And it's like, why is that fucking allowed, man? Like, all because we don't technically have an official language. It's fucking English, man. It's fucking English. It's the de facto official language of this country, but we're not allowed to say that. And so we just let in whoever. They don't have to, like, that. The tests they have must be like stupidly fucking basic, because it's insane. They just cannot speak English properly. It's fucked. Or at all, you know. And then I don't know what else. Like, working now, it's like, man, I'm fucking miserable when I don't have a job, but when I do have a job, I'm like, I'm almost more miserable, because money is fucking worthless now, for one thing. Everything costs fucking insane amounts. I'll never be able to afford a house, even if I work my fucking ass off from now until I'm like 45 or 6 in 20 years. I'll never be able to fucking afford a house, because the bubble keeps increasing. It's not gonna go down, because immigration, for one thing. Boomers, well, they'll start to die off, but then, it's like the fucking Gen X and millennials will just do the same thing, probably. Buy up all these investment fucking properties and do nothing with them. So, and fucking BlackRock, the fucking Chinese government, the government keeps selling fucking land to, for what reason? I don't know. Because we're fucking slaves to other countries. We're just a fucking economic... fuck, I can't speak. We're a fucking economic zone now. That's all these Western countries now are not allowed an identity, because white people built them up so well, that now we have to let everybody else have a turn, right? We have to let everyone else play. But our forefathers built these countries for us. And maybe you can say Australia, it's kind of loose. It's not as tied to ethnicity as some other countries. America was built by Europeans, white Europeans, for white Europeans. Like, there's literally like letters and shit from the founding fathers talking about it. Like, this is a country for Europeans and shit. Like, it's insane. It's just an invasion. It's revenge for colonization, which, how many countries were permanently colonized by the British? All right, Australia, New Zealand, the US, Canada, and fuck, is that it? A few islands, I guess. But everywhere else, like in Africa and Asia, they've all left now, and they left them with fucking rail networks, plumbing, all this shit that white people invented. They gave it to them, and it's all fucked now because they don't maintain it. They don't know how, or they just don't care. But it's just a perpetual cycle of revenge built upon envy. It's just white envy, or I guess anti-white envy. Because our ancestors built great civilizations and literature, art and architecture, all this shit. You know, and I'm not saying like only white people can build a great civilization. Like Chinese and Japanese have done. I mean, China's like the oldest. Is China the oldest living civilization? I think they might be. They're a bit fucked though. They have like slaves, and they really don't care about life. I feel like they eat squids while they're still alive, or they just torture animals and shit. It's a bit fucked up. Japan is like a pretty cool country, right? I mean, there's no perfect countries out there, like, but it's not like whites are the only ones capable of building something great, is what I'm trying to say. But it seems like everyone whose country is kind of a shithole, instead of like trying to push for change and building something for their kids and grandkids over time, they just want to come to white countries and fucking demolish everything. And it's like, stop. Because I want my kids and grandkids to have something good, to have a good life, you know? You should be doing the same by building up your countries. Like, there's nothing... What is really stopping you? Like, how much fucking money do we give to these countries? Foreign aid. And all they do is fucking pop out babies. That's all they do. They don't build anything. They're not creative. They just like, what the fuck do they even do? Meanwhile, you have to come to a job that you fucking hate, 9 to 5, 5 days a week for the rest of your life, or the rest of your young-ish life, you know, until you're like 80 at this point. Like, the retirement age just keeps going up. You have to do that so we can fund these shithole countries that their population keeps growing. Meanwhile, our fucking population is diminishing. Nobody's having children because it's a shithole. It's just fucked. Because women are fucking crazy. But like, everything fucking sucks now, man. Everything's fucking crazy. Is there like a fix for this? What's the fucking simple fix? We need to pull out of the Middle East. We need to stop giving aid to these countries. That's one thing. It's like, there's one thing if it's like a literal genocide or a war going on, but how, like, we can't just prop up these countries like forever, you know, which is I mean, what's gonna happen? Like, that's probably what is gonna happen. It's like, you're just a slave. You're a slave to something. You're a slave to a corporation. You're a slave to your government, who fucking hates you. They just want to derive as much material value from you and from your labor. They just steal from you. They're talking about fucking death tax or inheritance tax now, which I think they brought that in the UK recently. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I have to work to build something, and I'm not allowed to give it to my children without the government taking a cut. For doing what? For nothing. Fucking nothing. Which is, I mean, that's all taxation, is just that. Meanwhile, they brought in fucking income tax in the US. I think it was during the First World War to pay for the war effort or something. And they said it was going to be temporary. A temporary income tax. Oh, all these, literally 100 years later, and it's still there. That's crazy. I'm not sure how income tax started in my country. Probably was always here because our government hates us. But man, I'm just like, a car's going by. I was just like, sus. It's fucking insane to me, man, how. And white people. The thing I hate about white people is they wait so long for something to get so bad before they do anything. All they do is talk about it or like whinge about it, but they don't actually do anything. They don't, like, at most there'll be like a minor protest or something. But it's like fucking, I'm not saying do anything violent. I'm not like condoning that, but like there's more you can do, and you can just like, I don't know. We're totally alone now. We're totally atomized, man. If we were all working together, we could do fucking anything, man. I know this video's gone on a while, but fuck. Everything's fucked now. And there's so many. I hate. You know what I hate is my fucking generation. Generation Z or Z. There's so many rules and social conventions now. You can't even fucking open your mouth without hesitation, because you might say something that, oh, that'll offend this guy, and then they'll send it to your employer and you'll be out of a job, even if it's just some innocuous thing. Like, you don't even have to be even remotely extreme in your views or anything, or you can just make some joke and it's like somebody will like eat you up. Everyone's fucking insane these days. I think the internet has really fucked with people's like sensibilities and just critical thinking and stuff. Anyway. Anyway, I'm not even part of the fucking conversation, man. I'm just invisible. It's like, every day I see shit getting worse. But I'm not even part of it. Like, I'm barely even here. I haven't been here for a while, for years. Man. Every year gets worse. Every fucking year, every day, every week. There's something else. There's something worse. We keep saying, like, how bad. It can't get any worse than this, right? But it does. Every fucking time it does. Because that's the government. That's these shadow governments and the usual suspects, you know, if you want to call them that. And people that literally just hate you. And they're allowed to hate you, which is the fucked up thing. You're not allowed to say anything, even as a joke. But they're allowed to hate you because you're a white guy. And you're just trying to make it in this fucked up world. It's like, jeez, like, fuck. I don't know what the fucking solution is. I don't think there's. Maybe the world's just always been shitty. I mean, it kind of has, I guess. But we were getting to a point, I think at the turn of the century, where it was sort of as good as it can get. And then over the last like 20 years, it's just become such a fucking dystopia. To the point where it's just like, what the fuck, man? What are we even... You know? Anyway. It'll never be the same. I know that much. I've just got fucking permanent trust issues now over coronavirus. And just over the fact that I'm just like... I'm literally like invisible. Like, I'm literally just alone. It's really fucked. It sucks ass. There's nowhere to go. There's no one to talk to. It's fucked up. Anyway. I'll see you guys in the next video, I guess. I don't know. I kind of rambled a lot with this one. Just kind of ranting. Everything's kind of ruined. I don't know. Just fight for yourself and your family. That's my advice.